Family is the foundation of society, which is primarily responsible for shaping the lives of its members. It is a small unit where socialization begins to provide guidance in improving one's personality in order to become more productive and useful citizen of the country. I am Teacher Jess, and always remember, choose your lifetime partner wisely. Join and engage yourself in choosing your lifetime partner. Welcome to Physical Education and Health class. In today's episode, we will go on further to our objectives. Recognize the different traditional courtship practices in the Philippines. Discuss the importance of courtship, dating, and marriage. And identify the factors to consider in choosing a lifetime partner.
Before we go on to our lesson, let us first have an activity. This activity entitles Loop a Word. All you have to do is loop as many words associated with marriage. I will give you 1 minute to answer this. Your timer starts now. Let us find out the answers. We have pregnancy, dating, marriage, newborn, infatuation, friendship, family, engagement, and courtship.
Good job, everyone! I hope you got all the correct answers. And now, let's talk about the importance of planning before getting married in order to have a successful family life in the future. The values of integrity, love, and honesty begin in the family where each member has his or her own role to play in the attainment of a healthy family. It is expected that every family has its own members who are willing to help one another and accept who the members are. This is where you are supposed to be comfortable to share your happiness and sadness. In times of challenges, your family members are the first people to comfort and encourage you to become strong and face the challenges. They help you to survive through times and bring joy and happiness into your life. And now, let's further see what are the differences of courtship, dating, and marriage.
Infatuation or crush. It is the state of being completely carried away by unreasoning desire, or it is an intense but short-lived passion or admiration for someone or something. Next is attraction. It is an admiration for someone that may include the desire to know that person better, or the action or power of evoking interest, pleasure, or liking for someone or something. Next is love. Love is a feeling of intense affection for another person or a great interest or pleasure in someone or something. Next is courtship. Is the period in a couple's relationship which precede their engagement and marriage. It is a stage of not simply knowing the person, but also a test of compatibility between two persons.
So now, let's find out what are the different traditional practices of courtship in the Philippines. The first one
In
is
Ilocos and Bulacan regions, serenading is known as tapat, or to be in front of the women's house, likely to the harana and also to the balagtasan of the Tagalogs. The suitor begins singing a romantic song, then the courted lady responds by singing too. In Batangas, serenading with Tagalog love songs accompanied by a guitar. Men serve the family and relatives of the women, being courted by doing household chores. When a visitor visits the women in her home, he is obliged to pay respect to the women's parents by saying mano po. In Palawan, they perform courtship with love riddles or pasaguli. The purpose of the love riddles is to assess the sentiments of the parents of both suitor and the woman. After this, pabalik or pabalik is done to settle the price in a form of a dowry that will be received by the women from the courting man. In Visayas, when courting, Cebuanos also resort to serenading called balak. They also write love letters that are sent through a trusted friend or relative of the woman. Presents are not only given to the woman but also to her relatives. They also use love potion or gayuma to win the affection of the woman. And last is the Mindanao. Palabas, sarakahan tupul or magpasumbahi is practiced by the Tausugs of Mindanao. A suitor would threaten to stab his heart while in front of the courted woman's father. If the father of the woman refuses to give her daughter's hand to the suitor is smitten by.
courtship practices have evolved in the advancement of technology. It is very common and interesting to hear some couples attribute the start of their love stories with the help of technology like the use of cellular phones, the internet, and the social media. Nowadays, a man courts a woman through Facebook, Twitter, Skype, or other social networking sites. This is alarming because some people may hide their identities or intentions using social media sites. There are reported cases of romantic relationship developed through social networks that end up betrayal, deceit, and in some cases crimes of treason. This is the reason why you should be careful when making friends with unknown persons through the social media.
Let us have our fifth basic term of our lesson, which is dating. Dating is a social activity which involves two or more people generally assessing each other's suitability for a potential relationship, or it what we call the getting to know stage. 1. Standard date involves two people. 2. Double date. Two couples go on a date at the same time and place. And 3. Group date, where any number of couples can enjoy a date. Importance of dating. 1. Strengthen the relationship. 2. Know one another better. 3. Know one's strengths and weaknesses. And 4. Develop affection and respect for each other. There are risks connected with dating. 1. Date rape. 2. Use of illegal drugs. And 3. Early and unwanted pregnancy. Let us proceed to our next basic term, which is engagement. It is a period of agreement entered between two people in love for for them to be able to know each other and their families well enough to be sure that they are ready and are suited for lifelong companionship. Next is marriage. Is the most enjoyable human relationship and the most significant event that may happen to one's life. It takes only two people, a man and a woman, to unite and make a successful relationship as married couple.
Marriage is a cherished institution under which men and women believe in one faith and children are conceived, raised, and nourished to become useful and productive citizens of the country and the world. It is essential to continuity of the human race. Filipinos view marriage as a sacrament and a lifelong commitment. Husband and wife work for the successful and harmonious relationships at home and among family members. Trust, respect, kindness, and love are essential factors to attain this goal. And these are the factors to consider in choosing a lifetime partner.
What are the factors to consider in choosing a lifetime partner? 1. Good character. 2. Maturity. 3. Fidelity. 4. Commitment. 5. Love. 6. Economic readiness. And 7. Physically maturity. What are the ingredients of a successful marriage? 1. Love. 2. Understanding. 3. Care. 4. Loyalty. 5. Shared philosophy. 6. Cooperation. 7. Growth. 8. Involvement. 9. Sharing and giving. And 10. Communication.
And now, get your pen and paper and let's test if you learned something from our episode today.
Are you familiar with the game Fact or Bluff? I have here some statements. All you have to do is to identify if the statement is a fact or a bluff. Are you ready? Okay, let us play Fact or Bluff. Number 1. Family is a small unit of a society where we learn how to interact with other people. Is it a fact or a bluff? The correct answer is fact. Number 2. Attraction is the state of being completely carried away by unreasoning desire. It is a fact or a bluff? The answer is bluff. The correct answer is infatuation or crush. Number 3. Love is the period in couples' relationship which precedes their engagement and marriage. Is it a fact or a bluff? The answer is bluff. The right answer is courtship. Number 4. Pabalik or pabalik is done to settle the price in a form of dowry that will be received by the women from the courting man. Is it a fact or a bluff? The correct answer is fact. Number 5. In Palawan, serenading is known as tapat or to be in front of the woman's house, likely the same to harana. It is a fact or a bluff? The right answer is bluff. The correct answer is Ilocos and Bulacan region.
Choosing a lifetime partner involves some processes like crushes or infatuation, dating, courtship, and engagement are practiced and exercised. Marriage is a promise, a covenant to keep the partnership for life, not only for the sake of staying together, but more for the growth and good of each other and for responsible rearing of children. Marriage couples should by all means to protect the sanctity of their marriage and must be true to their vows. I hope you learned from our episode today and always remember, choose your lifetime partner wisely. Join us again in our next episode. Once again, I am Teacher Jess, your health teacher. And see you next time!